Then one of the things that I am also now or I, I think as you grow older, one of the things that I'm also saying is that people want to measure success under their terms. So because maybe someone is living in XYZ, you want to live there. That is not success. Success is, am I comfortable in my skin? And what am I doing to lead the best out of it? Steps that you take to be successful. So first of all, you always have to start with plans. And for me, the plans don't have to be significantly long term. I believe in someone remaining very pragmatic because life happens. But the question is, are you making the best decision out of what you have today? The way to make the best decision out of what you have today is looking at the pros and cons of what you have. So you have lost your job, fine. We shall cry, we are human. But at the end of the day, count your blessings by saying, I have a brain and I have maybe a little money that I can access. What is the best thing I can do for my kids to eat tomorrow? That is the starting point. So being pragmatic, planning, but even if it's short term, but be very pragmatic and knowing when to change course. Then you have to make sure that you make the right sacrifices at the right time. What do I mean by that? Maybe you want to become, let me just say, you want to become a journalist, and you're not getting into journalism school, or neither are you even hanging out with journalists. How will you ever know what it takes to take that? So be ready to be prepared, almost like move to the direction of where you want to go. And then lastly, the other thing, for you to be successful, you have to pay the price. When everybody is sleeping, imagine you have to wake up and at least do that one article that you needed to do. Then and everybody is going out. If you don't have sufficient money to do it, it's okay not to go out today, because it doesn't mean that next year you want to go out. So being principled, being disciplined, and making sure that you understand yourself is the starting point. Some of my highlights, I think being part of the team that started Saiton, for me that was a big win. And the learning point for that was perseverance. I remember when we started Saiton, you would be everything, call client, come, do everything. And for me that was humbling, because the people who you thought would talk to you never talked to you. They were not the first clients. But at the end of the day, people believe in a vision. So for me, I still believe that was a key thing for me. I think being named 40 under 40 when I was 36 years, that was a good thing. I felt so nice. So that was a good point for me. Then I think now starting this consulting, it's actually making me understand myself better. And how I started this, I went to a coach again, and I was given these personality tests to do. You discover things about yourself that you didn't know, and they actually help you understand why you even take fights with people when you need not to. So that understanding myself I should have done that earlier, but yeah, that was good. And the first time I started the PwC class, for me that was it. I felt so nice, and this is what I want to do. Some of the lessons that I have learned throughout my career. So the first thing is hard work pays, and people cannot ignore it. Then number two, it is good to be lovable. So many things can be said, but you have to have a personality that people like to associate with, and people will push for you. People will always push. If you can be able to pull people around your goal, then you achieve that much faster. Then the other thing is, people cannot ignore you if you're doing something nice. And if you're doing something nice, people will fight you as well. So if people are fighting you, just two things. I think it's just for you to make sure, ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I on track? If you're on the right track, just continue. Yeah, people will come along.